record teacher Monica.
Of course, I'm recording. I'm recording. So, it's okay. Well, the first question, just let me check your chat. Oh, okay, it's okay. Now I can see the chat box. Well, okay, so do you like reading books? You answered yes, of course. I'm a bookworm. That's good. That's really good. I like this answer, but it's not, I think it's not complete. So it's better to add something. So of course you can say, yeah, a bookworm or another. So there are different phrases that you can use. Bookworm is really good, a person who likes reading. And you can also say, if you want to use another alternative, you can say, an avid reader. So avid reader is synonym for another phrase for bookworm, someone who likes to read books. And now how to complete your answer. So you can add maybe a good idiom. So how to say, for example, of course, I'm an avid reader. I'm a bit bookworm. So, for example, you can usually find me with my nose in a book. You can usually find me with my nose in a book. So what is the meaning of to have your nose in a book? So it means to read a lot. So this is an idiom, to have your nose in a book means to read a lot. For example, if I want to do a good example and make a good sentence, so I can say, you can usually find me with my nose in a book, for example, on Sunday morning, for example. So this way you can use this idiom and you can complete your answer. Well, and the second one, how often do you read? Could you please give me your answer again, you yourself, because of course you say better.
Before, I read books every day as soon as I had free time. But now I have too much work. I can only read on weekends.
Okay, very good. So before, so it's better to use I used to. I used to read here, used to is really good structure because you're talking about your habits in the past, but of course, maybe you don't have it because of your time. So you can say before, just omit it, remove it, and say, I used to read books every day in the past. Okay, I used to read, but as soon as I have free time, no. So you can say that whenever. Okay, so or daily. So you can say this way, but nowadays or however, now I'm too busy, I'm snowed under with work, so I don't have enough time and I can only read on weekends. So this way you can say, first of all, I used to read a lot. I used to read a lot. However, okay, these days, I'm snowed under with my work or at work, so I can't. So I'm snowed, oh, what is this? What is letter O? Okay, snowed under with my work, so I can't read a lot, so I only read on weekends, okay? The next one, okay. Or another idiom that you can use to say that I'm real, of course, you can say swamped is another word for busy, but you can also say I have a lot on my plate. So which means I have a lot of things to do. So I have a lot on my plate means I have a lot of things to do. So another word like I'm busy. Okay. Well, so especially when going to bed, so it's like you can read, so you can mention why, so you can say normally I end, so nowadays I'm really busy, or for example I'm snowed under at work, but I try to end my day reading a book, end my day reading a book, so especially after dinner, and this way you can complete your answer. Okay, the next question. Do you have many books at home? Okay, could you read your answer, please?
Yeah, definitely yes. The most stuff in my house is books. My bookcase takes up an entire wall from floor to ceiling, and I have to use a ladder to get to the books on the top. Yet, I still have to regularly choose to get rid of some books because there's no place to store them.
Yeah, of course, very good. So, yeah, yes, definitely the most stuff in my, okay, so here, if I were you, I would say something else. So, for example, you could say, yes, since a bit of bibliophile, so this word, bibliophile, someone who loves reading books, someone who has books, who loves reading books. So you can say, I'm definitely a bit of, so it's your choice how to use it. So since, because I'm a bit of a bibliophile, so you can find a lot of books at my home. So my bookcase takes up an entire wall, so that's good from floor to ceiling, and I have to use a ladder to get to, yeah, this one is good. So to get to the books on the top, good one. Yet, and still here. Yet I still have to regularly choose to get rid of some, get rid of books. So I think this one is not good. Actually, it makes a contrast with what you said before, because when you love books, when you like reading books, it's like, get rid of something. It means that you don't like it, so you don't want to have it, so you get rid of it. So this one, actually, it carries a negative definition. So it's not good to use this one. So, but I need to, for example, I don't know, find more place to put another books, or for example, the other books. So there is no place to store them. So I need to maybe lend them. I need to do
I,
something
I
like
give
this.
I give this book to my student.
Yeah, of course, perfect. For
Don't
example, just
I
get,
say it?
yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. So, but get rid, I want you to change this. So I try to lend them to my students to find more space to actually put the other book. So this way is better, okay? Well, so I think you've been collecting books, and you can also say, because you have a lot of books, so why not? Here you can use present perfect continuous. This is really good structures. For example, you can say, yeah, I'm a bit bibliophile, so I have a lot of books. Actually, I have been collecting books for a long time. So why not? If you do this, you can say, I've been reading and collecting books For example, since my teenage years, since my childhood, or for a long time. So, for example, I have over, I don't know, 1,000 books at home. So, sometimes I need to donate. Okay, so I need to, this way is better. So I need to donate, like lend them, donate them. Give, but of course, don't get it back. Donate them due to lack of space. This one is better. Okay. Wow. Okay, so let's see the next question. So what is the next one? Oh, where is that? Okay, number 4. So what kind of books do you like to read? Okay, could you read it, please?
Yes, I love reading novels. Novels let me live the lives of many people in many different circumstances, in different lands and in different historical periods.
Yeah, from different, yeah. Of course, you can say, yeah, it was good. Of course, it was good. So novels let me live the lives of many people in many different, yeah, circumstances, in different lands, different maybe historical period. Yeah, I love this one. It was really good. I like this one. It's really good. And you know, the only thing, yeah, of course, novel. So you know that. So because you can just add something, for example, I don't know. I think novels are really gripping. Gripping means attractive, absorb you, grab your attention. So novels are really gripping and captivating. So gripping and captivating. So it's like, so I normally read them from cover to cover. So I read them from cover to cover. When something is really interesting, attractive, of course, you read it from cover to cover. So, well, or you can say, for example, novels have me spellbound. So novels have me spellbound. It means they attract you, they absorb you. They're really attractive, so you want to read. So novels have me spellbound. When something has you spellbound, it means attracts you. So this way you can complete your answer, just add them. Okay, do you want to make your answer again using one of them, not of course all of them, so it's choice.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, I love reading novels. Novels have me spellbound, and then I can leave.
Yeah, of course, very good. So just let me write, maybe you won't forget. Okay, so as I told you, having your attention completely, the meaning of it. So, and I love is very good. And of course, it's great. You can use it. Why not? But I think you can say I'm into, maybe. Why not? I'm into novels. So I'm a big fan of, I'm a big fan of novels, and I find them gripping and captivating. I find them gripping and captivating. So whenever I read novels, actually it has me spellbound. Like, you know, it's like it gets all my attention. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the next question, let me see. What was your favorite book as a child? Okay, tell me about it. Oh, of course, Scarlet. Yeah, I know this one. Gone with the Wind. Yeah, of course. So it's great book. Great
My,
book.
yeah, my favorite book from childhood to adulthood is Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell.
Yeah, of
Did
course.
you
So
read this
you can
one?
say, of course, that's perfect. And I watched the I don't know, something like really different. So, of course, the film was great. I can say the film was great, but comparing the book was out of this world. So it was really extremely beautiful, extremely great book. I love the book. And I think not only once, I think I read it 3 times maybe. It was really interesting. So I could imagine, and of course, the film was great. So have you watched the film?
Yes, I did. And
Yeah.
I read the books again and again.
Yeah, of course, of course. That was really perfect. Yeah. So normally, between films and books, especially the films that actually are made based on stories, which one would you prefer, film or books?
Mm, the books, I think.
Yeah, of course, of course. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, and so I think, yeah, it was really great. I don't know. So, let me, ah, let's talk about this. So your favorite book, so as that was really good. So how to answer, I'm sorry, I need to, okay, 1 moment. What is that? So, how to answer this question? The beginning is important. So, for example, if you want to add another grammatical structure, for example, you can say, I remember, because it's something related to your childhood. For example, I remember being very fond of a book called, so this way you can begin. So, I remember being very fond of a book called, okay, and now you want to say, for example, just, it's not bad to briefly talk about it. So, for example, I recall it was, for example, that it was about, for example, a girl. So you can say, for example, Scarlett, and you can briefly talk about just one line. Okay. So who was really selfish and, for example, who fell in love with a guy. So like this. Okay. And then you can say that actually it was really attractive and gripping story. So I read it. I couldn't take my eyes. I finished it, for example, quickly. And I remember that I read it again and again because it was really, for example, captivating to me. So this way you can make your answer. Okay, the next one. So, we have the same thing. So the book was great. And how about Pride and Prejudice? Have you read it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. What do you think about this one? Do you like that?
Um, I I read this one when I'm on not under already, and I have no interesting at the love and the more.
Ah, yeah. Okay, well, so you have no interest. Okay, well, uh, do you like to read at home or in other places? Could you read it, please?
Yes, I like reading at home because at home I can completely immerse myself in the content of the book and even cry without worrying about being seen by others. Moreover,
Yeah.
at home, I can read and hula hoop at the same time. So, in the same amount of time, I can do two useful things. I will not feel guilty because I spend too much time reading.
Yeah, of course. Perfect. Of course. That was really good. Yeah, especially so. I can completely immerse myself. That was really good. In the content of the book. So that's just, you can omit of the book content is okay, perfect, and even cry without worrying about being seen. Yeah, yeah, being noticed. That was really good. And moreover, at home, I can read and love at the same time. That was really good. And so I can make maybe, yeah, of course, I can get more benefits. So why not at the same time? Of course, that was really good. And I will not feel guilty because I spend too much time reading. So of course, so it's not a guilty. So this one, because when you feel like guilty because you do something wrong, so I think if I were you, I would omit the last part. So as I told you, like a negative thing about reading books, but that was perfect. Just, the last part may be too extra. Okay, so we can omit. So very good. You enjoy reading at home because you can cozy up with a book. You can cozy, for example, up with a book. And as you said, you can immerse, so you can combine these two. So why not cozy up with a book and immerse yourself in the story and immerse yourself in the story. That was really without any distractions, of course. So no one distracts you. So without worrying or without any distractions. Okay, so why not? That was really good. Okay. Wow. Now let's keep going. Just, do you have any questions related to the frame? Have any questions? So let's talk about them and then.
I'm sorry, I couldn't think you very clearly. That sentence because the sound is interrupted.
Okay, so about this one, you can cozy up. So now can you hear me?
Yes, no.
Okay, so I told you that, okay, you can combine. So you can cozy up, feel like, you can find a cozy place, cozy up, feel comfortable with a book, immerse yourself easily cry, you can easily show your emotion and feeling. So why not? So as you mentioned, and this way you can answer this question. Well, do you have any questions related to part one? Because we're going to move on to the second part of speaking. But if you have any questions, let's talk.
No, thanks.
Okay, very good. Well, just let me give you some alternatives. You may need them. Okay, for example, when it comes to reading books, like for example how to, sometimes we go to bookstore, maybe you will be asked a question related to actually, I don't know, shopping or buying books. So you can, sometimes we do this, we read and a book quickly, like just, I don't know, glance at quickly, like just to see what the book is about. And we read in depth. So of course we read in depth at home, but when we want to buy a book, there is no time to read it completely. So how to say that I read, for example, okay, let's have a look, take a glance at it to see if it's okay to buy. So I normally skim through books, skim through books in the bookstore. Or of course, skim through or flip through, both of them. Means to read quickly. So to read quickly. So it means to glance at quickly, to glance at quickly. So you can use them. And another one, so let's see if I have another way to say, okay, some books actually teach you something new. Like, for example, they show you a new perspective on a topic. So how to say that, for example, I read a book about business, about, for example, communication, about everything, and actually it taught me a lot of things. So how to say, if a book is a real eye-opener, so for example, to be a real eye-opener means to teach you something new or provide a new perspective on a topic. Okay, so it can be any books. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, well, let's go now. So this is another idiom that you may use, so why not? Well, and the next one, sometimes you find a book really valuable, enjoyable. So how to say that the book was really enjoyable or valuable? If a book is a real gem, gem is a really valuable stone. It's a type of stone that is really precious, is valuable. So you can say that the book is valuable. So to be a real gem means to be valuable and highly enjoyable. So, for example, that novel, especially when it taught you something. Well, okay, and now tell me about a book that you read and you found it really eye-opener.
Yeah. When I was in seventh grade, my best friend from childhood lent me the novel Gone with the Wind. This was indeed a very interesting novel and gave readers hope for tomorrow. It was even more attractive when I learned that the author of the book, Margaret Mitchell, did not need to write many books in her entire life. She only needed to write one book to be famous. At that time, I thought that, oh, well, yeah, I I thought that I would write a novel like Margaret Mitchell, but I did not imagine that my childhood dream would gradually become a reality. However, my purpose in writing books has changed a lot from the beginning. At first, I just wanted to write a book so that my name would live forever. Now, I just want to share with those who are suffering in life the path to happiness.
Yeah, of course, very good. So when I was in seventh grade, so my best friend from childhood, my childhood friend or best friend, okay, lent me the novel, a novel called, okay, or named Gone with the Wind. So that was really good. Uh, It was indeed a very interesting novel. Now you can replace. So of course, now you know the words that you can use. For example, instead of interesting, what can I use? Now you can make it. Yeah, that was it. So you can say that the book that had a significant impact on me and my life was this book. So you can say that that was really good and gave readers hope for tomorrow. So it was just your normally our dreams come true, reality no. So our dreams come true. So one day, so we try to make our dreams come true. So this one, the word that you need to change it. And it was even more attractive when I learned that the author, yeah, did not need to write, okay, this one did not need to write many books in her entire life. So need, what is this? Didn't need to write, of course. So when I hear, it's better to use past perfect because it's happened before another action. When I figured out that the author hadn't written many books in her whole life, entire life, okay, and she only wrote one book. So here, just, I don't know, you mean this or need, because I can't get you mean when you say she didn't.
Yeah, because other writers, they write a lot of books to be famous, big writers. But Margaret Mitchell, she's only wrote one book, and she can be compared as a big writer.
Yeah. So when you figure out that she had gained her fame through this book, not the other. So this way is better. Okay, this way is better. So it's clear, more understandable. At that time, I thought that I would write a novel like, yeah, that's so. So you can say at that time, you can say that it was like an inspiration to me to write. So I thought about writing a novel the same or like that novel. So it was a real inspiration. Inspired you. So like, you know, I wanted to write the same novel. And but I didn't. However, I didn't imagine that my childhood dream would gradually, okay, so however, it was just a dream. And I couldn't even imagine that my childhood dream would become true step by step or gradually become true. This one is better. However, my purpose in writing books has changed a lot from the beginning. So this way, however, the way, or for example, the reason of writing. So I changed my mind, so you can say. And from the beginning, at first, I just wanted to write a book so that my name would, so I just wanted to write a book for fame. So this one you can say, but now I just want to share my ideas, my perspective with those who are suffering from life, for example, the path to happiness, and show them the path or the route to happiness. So this way, that's good. So you want to share your experience or, for example, your perspective, or you want to show the way to, for example, those who are suffering in life and show the path to happiness. So that is, or the road, for example, the road to happiness. I like this. Okay, but this way you can change, and it was really good. Well, okay. And any questions related to this one, part 2?
No, thanks.
Yeah, of course. And just about, you know, about the beginning, let me talk about this one because I think I left. You mentioned hope, if I can find it. Okay, come across. So, here. Gave readers hope for tomorrow. It's really good, but you can also say that, for example, this book has influenced the reader by, for example, instilling a sense of hope, but for example, showing or giving a sense of hope. So this way, I like this one. Sense of hope. So I love this one. Actually, maybe like, for example, what is really important, so how to say that, because this part, it was, why it had a significant impact on you. So how to say that, what made this book really important to me, what resonated with me about this book, make it really important to me, was, for example, I don't know, it's profound exploration of personal dreams. So this way, because actually it showed you, so this way you can say, let me write, what resonated with me about this book, what makes it really important about this book, about, for example, Gone with the Wind, was or is its profound, like, exploration. I think, of course, it's something like my idea of personal dream, like this, I don't know, and how to make them self-discovery, maybe. Yeah, self-discovery, maybe, to find something, or I don't know, it reminds us of the importance of following our passions. So this one, or it's I'm talking about myself because I've already read this book. It reminded me of the importance of pursuing my passions, my interests. So, and listen, it's really, and listening. So I like this one, listening to the whispers of my heart. So why not? Well, okay. And now, so question?
No, thanks.
Okay, well, and just let me say, yeah, just this. Okay, it reminded me, and just the okay, profound. Oh, and this is profound, just as deep. If you want to use another word, you can say profound or deep exploration of personal dreams, like this. Okay, let's keep going with the third part. Let's check your answers. Number one, what kind of books are considered good reads in your opinion? So could you read it, please? I want to listen to you.
Yeah, according to me, a good book is a book in which I can learn something new and interesting. When reading novels, my first requirement is that the story must be logical. I do not like reading nonsense and illogical love stories that are on over the internet now. I like reading books that give me knowledge about the culture and history of foreign lands. Or I can learn from the novel characters how to behave properly in difficult situations. Not only novels, even when I read a new idiom story or a good grammar point in a boring grammar book, I'm still very happy.
Yeah, of course. Very good. It was really good. So just a point here, the only point, as I told you, this is part 3. So that was really good, actually. So according to me, a good book is good book. Don't repeat it. So because we have a good book here, so in question, so we can't repeat it again. So you need to use another word. Okay, valuable, precious, so gripping, so every word, but not this one. Because, for example, I don't know, like a good read, so we have it, or for example, easy read, so it's okay, or for example, spellbound, so everything, but not this one, attractive, for example, but not good. So because we repeat exactly, immediately after we read the question, so we get the question, so it's not good. I can learn something new and interesting. So here, what maybe a good book is a book in which actually, yeah, I can learn no. So you can say in which teaches, so me or us, something new, interesting. So, but if I were you now, of course, now you can change because you mean that a real book is an eye opener. So the idiom is a real eye opener so that you completely explain that is it teaches a lot of things to us, so give new perspective, so just this, and this way you can show your ability, like for example vocabulary research. And the second one, so just this, change it with an idiom. When reading novels, my first requirement is that. So here, this is part 1. So here you need to make your answer a bit more general. So, this is good, but it's something related to part 1. I like reading books, so it's okay. So as I told you, it's really good. Why not? But it's a kind of part 1 of speaking. So you need to change it to part 3. As I told you, part 3, they're more abstract. Like, for example, a bit different. Okay, so how to answer these questions? It's a bit more as like not really direct. Okay, totally, it was really good. But I like reading books that give me knowledge. So here, about the culture, okay, give me new perspective, so it provides me, give me no, it provides me with. So instead of saying give me book, it provides me with something. It can be anything, it can be knowledge, it can be information, okay. And provide me with new cultures and history, or from the novel characters how to behave probably, okay, in difficult situation. Okay, and so here, how to behave properly, how to deal with difficulties, how to tackle, deal with problems, okay, in crucial, in for example, difficulties or crucial situations. So this way you can answer. And a good grammar point in a boring grammar book, I'm still okay. So this one, even when I read a new idiom story. So what is this one? Idiom story, idiom or story?
Yeah, in Chinese, each idiom has a story. Yeah,
Okay.
when we can explain the idiom by a story, it's
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah, of course. So when I learn, for example, even when I learn a new idiom and the story behind, and the
Yes.
story behind of it, of course, so this way is better. So, or something like a boring grammatical structure. Okay, but good. I'm still very happy, delighted, very happy, delighted. So, do you think that the people read nowadays as they did in the past? So what do you think about this one?
No, I don't think so. In terms of content, in the past, science and technology were not yet developed. So the news updates, uh, it should be updated. The updates were very limited. There was only some domestic content on paper, newspaper. Nowadays, readers can know the situation around the world every day thanks to the internet. In terms of reading methods, today there are not only paper newspaper, but also electronic newspaper. YouTubers, TikTokers provide information about hot issues regularly and weekly.
Yeah, of course. Nowadays, reader can know the situation around the world. So you mean they can be updated. They know the situation around the world every day thanks to the, so of course we can, yeah, we can become updated. So like this way is better at the moment or every moment. Yeah. And we can easily access the internet to actually to be updated. So this way, in terms of reading method, today's are not only paper news, but provide about hot issues. Okay, so let's talk about this one. So you don't think so? Okay. Always have readers in societies. Devices to read books, like ebooks. So digital devices to read books. So comparing. And however, so like, for example, internet, so to download, as you mentioned, so you can say, and young generation especially, they seem more interested to, I'm interested in technology and, for example, the ebooks. So of course, but then reading books, printed books, so women printed books. But we still have a good number of people who, readers, who only read books, for example, printed books. So just the method is different, but still a lot of people are interested in reading books. And the last, as you said, online platforms like TikTok, like YouTube, also allow us to express ourselves about writer. So what we think. So actually the better. So we can actually talk about the book or the writer openly, more openly, but of course in the past we didn't have the chance. Okay, that was really good. And let me read the next one, number 3. Do you Okay, writers as good role models. Okay, so what do you think about this one, number 3? Do you regard famous writers as good role models?
No, I just like their works.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the next part, I think maybe is not involved.
yeah. Well,
In my life up to now, there have only been 3 people that I have admired. The first is the female scientist Marie Curie. Do you know her?
of course, yes. Who doesn't? Of course. The second.
The second is Mother Teresa. Yeah. And the third, the Vietnamese monk who recently became famous for his practice of the 13 ascetic practice. He does not spend money, nor does he have any valuable possessions except for 3 robes and a bowl made from an old rice cooker core. Every day, he only begs for enough food to eat 1 meal before noon. Every day, he walks about 20 kilometers and meditates for about 10 hours. At night, he sleeps, he sleeps sitting under a tree in an abandoned house or in a cemetery. His preserve, perseverance in practicing to become a Buddha. His wisdom.
Oh, you mean perseverance? You mean perseverance?
Yes.
Yeah, her persistence. You mean persistence, perseverance, of course. Yeah, in practicing.
In practicing to become a Buddha, his wisdom and compassion make me truly admire him.
Of course, that was really good. So, I mean, whole still not so this good. That was really good. And and I
The excuse
not
voice is interrupted.
now. Can you hear me now? I can hear you
I couldn't hear you.
now. You check if you can hear you.
No, I cannot.
Uh,
Perseverance.
here, can you see? Maybe. Maybe.
Interrupted. Interrupted. Hear you. Yeah.
No.
Mm.
Well, how about now? Can you hear now? Can you hear now? No? But it's okay with the connection. Okay, now, can you? Okay, hello. You hear me now? Hello. Here, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yes, I can.
Hi.
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. That's perfect. It's okay. So, okay. So I was talking about your answer, but well, let me check your answer. Just about your this one, number 4 and 5. So, because we have no more time, just okay. Let's talk about number 4. No, number 3. Okay, so it was good. So as I told you so far, so the second one, the first one, the second one, and the third one, you made examples that was really good. And the word, for example, perseverance and compassion, wisdom, that was really good. The end one. And this one, he doesn't spend money, nor this one, he doesn't spend money, nor. So neither he, okay, spend. So neither money nor. So that is, nor is something that should, something like either or, and neither nor. Neither this nor that. So like negative, not this, not that. Okay, so here you need to change it. And value, passion, okay, any valuable, okay, possessions except for 3, okay, ribs and bowl made from an old rice cooker core. So here, it's better to be omitted. It's not good to use because it's something extra. It's better to be omitted. Every day he only, okay, begs for enough food to eat 1 meal before noon. He walks. So here, you are talking about something in the past, but you are using a present simple. So it's a bit confusing here. So you need to decide if you're talking about people in the past or present. So yeah,
Yeah, in present.
of course.
Now.
Well,
Yeah.
now at night, sleep sitting under a tree. And so this one is really good. Just because you mentioned about like Marie Curie, so of course it's like people in the past. So, but the third one is present one.
Yes.
So, he's alive.
Yes, he's still alive.
Okay. Yeah, very good. Okay, well, so this one is good, but because we have no more time, I will check your next answer, okay, again, and I will send you my correction, okay? I will send you, if, of course, if needed, I will send you my correction and the words that you need, and of course, the next topic, questions related to the next topic, okay? Do you have any questions?
Um,
Oh, just let me erase this one. They are not related to. So another class, let me erase the word. Okay, so this way.
yeah. One question.
Of course.
Have you ever write something, an
Like
article
a book.
or a book?
So have you ever written? Not a book, but actually I collect something. It can be considered as an educational book. Maybe in the future I will publish, I don't know. It's like, all about all my experiences related to IELTS and learning English. So I can say a notebook, just, I remember that, I have written everything since beginning. So it's like, there are a lot of something like points, important things, vocabulary, grammatical structure. So maybe in the future, I don't know, still writing. So every day, every time I add something, but it's not done yet. So maybe in the future, but not yet. I think it's really difficult to write something. So
Yeah.
you did, but you did, right? As you answered this question, you did.
Mm, I started writing, but it's not finished yet.
Okay, just okay. I will be the first one who read. So just you need to promise me. So I will be the first one. I want to read.
Yes, I hope so. And at that time, maybe I need you to correct.
I will help. Of course, I
Yeah,
will help you. Of
I
course,
will
I will.
translate it into English, and I need you to
Of course,
correct it.
of course, I will help you, and it will be my pleasure. Why not? Of course, I will. I will help what I can. Well, just I
Can
hope
I
you
have
finish.
your Gmail? So
Of
at that time,
course,
maybe we have
of course, of
connection.
course. I
Yeah.
will send it. Yeah, of course. I would type it in chat box for you. You can have it. And whenever you want to send me something, okay. Okay, and that's it. This is my Gmail, and whenever you want to send me something, you can easily.
Gmail.com. Uh, Monica.
Yeah, Monica, of course. Monica 18864.m@gmail.com.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you for your answers, for being perfect, for starting, and have a great day. And see you. Have a great week, of course. Fruitful week.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.